Hello physical fiends, it is Jordan here with some just announced physical releases. These are games that have recently been announced, they are not releasing this week. Space Adventure Cobra: The Awakening is a video game based on an anime or manga, and it's a side-scrolling action game. It's been published by Microids, who have dipped their toes into licensing random Japanese properties. They did the UFO Grendizer game, which was supposed to be decent. This has that distinct cheap Eastern European labor flavor to it, but it could be promising, and it is releasing in August. How to Escape Collection. This contains two games, How to Escape 1 and 2. The second game I don't believe is actually out as of yet, but the first game has decent enough reviews if you take into account just what kind of game it is. It's obviously an escape room type game from a first person perspective. Might be alright. This is releasing sometime this year with a proper date currently unknown, but if you want to pre-order it or any of the games in this video, please do so via the links in the description. VGP are a great company with nice pricing in Canadian buckage, and also free worldwide shipping on orders over 80 Canadian bucks, which is less than 60 American dollars, and purchasing via those links massively helps support me in the best way possible. If you're in the UK and you want UK copies, you can also use shop2.net with a link down below as well. So what else has been recently announced? Oddworld Anthology: The Unlikely Collection is a strange release. We already have an Oddworld collection. However, that released prior to Oddworld Soulstorm, so it was kinda incomplete. So here we are with another incomplete release, because although the North American physical release has some of a Soulstorm on the collection with the other games, most of it is a download. And I believe the European release is the opposite, since I think Soulstorm is on the cartridge, but the other games are a download. Very peculiar. Probably not worth a purchase. The Smurfastic Collection 3-in-1 seems to be a bit better though. It's now almost impossible to keep up with all the Smurf collections and Microids collections. This contains the Smurfs, Mission Vileaf, The Prisoner of the Green Stone, and Smurf Cart. It's releasing in June in North America on Switch and PS5. Those games with the long title that I can't be asked to say, is getting a physical release in the West. I frankly don't believe it. It's coming on Switch and PS5, and I really thought this would be an import exclusive forever. But no, North America is getting a physical release this summertime. This is technically two separate games, but each game has a handful of mini games modeled after those fake Facebook and Twitter games that you see advertised. Only this time, they're actually real games and supposed to be alright. Star Overdrive. About 5 minutes after being a console exclusive to Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 5 version was announced, a physical release coming in June. I think the reception to this was rather positive, and with the enhanced power of the PlayStation 5, it should make it even better. Lots of open world exploration on a hoverboard-like thing with puzzles and combat. Kong Survivor Instinct is releasing on PlayStation 5 at the end of September. From reviews of the game, it's unsurprisingly supposed to be quite a clunky game, despite an interesting premise of being a side-scrolling action game. I'm not sure people will be queuing up for this one, but at least it will be better than the other Kong game, like the last one that was pretty much broken. Illusion of ITEHARI feels like it came from nowhere. I do not remember this being announced. Not that I'm always keeping abreast of Otome's, or maybe I should say a cock of Otome releases. This is from Axis Games. First time the game has been in English, and as a fairly new release, it came out in Japan last year. Reviews for that have been fairly positive, so if you need more handsome anime boys on your Switch, then this will be one for you. Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1, a quick reminder of this. Pre-orders started on Thursday. So, in fact, despite the Western physical release being cancelled, we are still getting an English version via Play Asia, which is great news for Nep fans. Another JRPG to add to the library on your Switch. I think it's cool East Asia Soft took on publishing duty, so, they can just get it out there. The standard edition will be printed on demand, whereas the limited edition is only 2,000 copies strong, which I think will sell out fairly quickly. Astral Ascent, a physical that I also made a video about earlier in the week. It's from Red Art Games and is a new edition of a game that already has a physical release. But this is much better with more content on the cartridge. If you want the full lowdown, check out that video that I made after this one. Jerry Anker and the Quest to Get Love is the latest Funbox Media special, a physical release that has extra nudity compared to the digital release, which means that it is an European exclusive, but VGP will probably be carrying copies of it for those in North America who want some nudity on their Switch. The physical release also comes with a physical printed art book, of which there is some naughty artwork within, and I've been told even Funbox are starting to blush with this one. Apparently it is extra spicy. The game itself is an adventure style game that is trying to go with the, the Leisure Suit Larry type of games if you're into those. I've never played them. Alright, let's jump into some recently announced imports. There's been a few, and if you want to import any of these, remember you can use my PlayAsia discount code Jordan2025 to get a nice 5% off. And also, if you are new here, if you're new to the channel and you like physical media, subscribe, okay? You would be insane not to subscribe to this channel if you like physical media. It will be the best thing you do today. Plus, the bigger this channel is, the more game publishers will pay attention to the desire for proper physical media. I'm looking at you, Nintendo and Switch too, okay? We want more physical goodness, so yeah, do your bit, subscribe. Akupara Action Pack is releasing in Japan and Asia, the latter of which is earlier and is coming at the end of this month. This is a triple pack that includes Chicken Assassin, Desert Child, and Spinch. Now, Spinch already has a North American physical release, but the other two games do not. A nice bit of variety, all of them have English, and probably decent value for money. Gradius Origins. I should have probably mentioned this one quite a while back, but yeah, this is getting a physical release in Japan, and it's nothing to do with limited run. It's Konami having the balls to do it themselves, and I am happy about it because I do want this collection, but I don't want to give my money to limited run. This contains a bunch of Gradius games, console, arcade. It's not completely exhaustive, but enough to satiate your thirst for old school shmups. It even includes a brand new game in the series alongside the first home appearance of one of the games. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's coming in a standard edition as well as a collector's edition on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. Marisa of Liartop Mountain is a tabletop themed RPG within the Toho Project universe. I'm not a big fan of tabletop games, but this looks really interesting in my opinion. You have like little character pieces, you roll dice, you make choices, and the presentation looks spot on. Actually good for a Toho Project game, and it's definitely something I will be keeping an eye on for when it releases in September. It's releasing on Switch in Asia and Japan in a standard edition, as well as a collector's edition which has all sorts of stuff within. Behind the Frame and The Star Named EOS is releasing in Japan in August. Now, North America already has a Behind the Frame physical by itself via I Am 8-Bit. Probably only those like really hipster dudes and pretentious guys, only you guys know about that. However, The Star Named EOS does not have one. First time it's available physically. It is a nice little double pack of the artsy-fartsy side of things, which aren't always the most popular of imports, but we'll see. They both have English. Noctuary is releasing at the end of July in both Japan and Asian regions. This is a visual novel, but also has some action RPG elements in there too. It has two main protagonists and has very positive reviews with strong praise for its climactic story and development. I don't know what the ratio is from, VN and action RPG, but if you like both, you'll probably want to look into it. I've heard lots of comparisons to the Underwater Ray Romano series kind of thing, that kind of balance. And there we have a bunch of new announcements. What is your favorite in this episode? Let me know in the comments below, alongside your thumbs up. I would like a thumbs up. And if you want to pre-order any of these, then please do so with the links in the description and pinned comment. I greatly appreciate that. Have a fantastic day. Take care.